And the truth is, this is my punchline. I want to talk about two words: directive and promise. A basic Google search defines a directive as an official or authoritative instruction. The Cambridge Dictionary defines it as an official instruction. And what is a promise? It's a declaration or assurance that one will do something or that a particular thing will happen. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary says a promise is a legally binding declaration that gives the person to whom it is made a right to expect or to claim the performance or forbearance of a specified act. Today, the National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Ukuru Yatani, while presenting the 2021-2022 budget highlights, issued a directive to national and county government entities on the dicey issue of pending bills. I looked at it as more of a promise to those owed by the government. And here is that directive.
Mr. Speaker, delays in payment of pending bills to businesses who provide services to both national and county government has affected liquidity and operation of these entities. In a number of cases, this has led to closure of businesses and affected livelihoods of the suppliers. Though progress was made in settlement of these bills by the national government, we still have challenges with the county government that still owe various suppliers huge amounts. In this regard, I direct government ministries, departments and agencies and the county governments to clear all their pending bills by 30th June 2021.
Well, that directive would definitely be music to the ears of thousands of suppliers who for years have been pushing the two levels of government to pay up for goods supplied and services rendered. The Swahili even have a saying, dawa ya deni ni kulipa. Yatani went on to urge Parliament to support efforts towards enforcing compliance in payment of all verified pending bills by county governments by backing a proposal under Article 225 of the Constitution to temporarily stop transfers to county governments that persistently fail to comply with the directive to clear pending bills. But here is the challenge. Stephen Richards, a British author, says promises are only as strong as the person who gives them. While Yatani's directive and promise to settle pending bills by the end of this month is welcome, I have two fundamental questions. One, are the funds to settle these pending bills really available? And two, what mechanism will the National Treasury Cabinet Minister employ to ensure compliance by the two levels of government? Conservative estimates put the pending bills at about 340 billion shillings. Does the National Treasury really have this money? And if so, will it be made available within 19 days, processed, and wired to the suppliers who have been waiting for the government to pay up? Just this week, the Council of Governors, through its chairman, Martin Wambora, said the National Treasury owes devolved units up to 105 billion shillings in resources that are yet to be transferred. If this money owed to counties has not been available, where will the 340 billion shillings come from? Further, Yatani's directive on pending bills is not new. On June 1st, 2019, during his Madaraka Day speech at Narok Stadium, Kaikai's backyard, President Uhuru Kenyatta issued an ultimatum on the pending bills. He said, and I quote, "Fellow Kenyans, as you may be aware, the government is the largest consumer of goods and services in our economy. Many small businesses are built to service this demand. Unfortunately, pending payments have negatively affected many businesses, particularly those whose bulk capital is now locked in on payment. This has also reduced overall spending and business activity in our economy. To alleviate this situation, I hereby direct that all accounting officers pay and settle all pending payments that do not have audit queries on or before the end of the current financial year. That was June 30th, 2019. He also further directed the National Treasury to secure full compliance of that directive. He also called upon county governments to follow suit. Some of the pending bills were settled. Others remain unpaid. At the end of the financial year 2019-2020, in June last year, Controller of Budget, Margaret Nyakango, in her budget review report flagged unpayment bills of up to 53 billion shillings that were rolled over into the 2020-2021 financial year that lapses at the end of this month. Despite President Kenyatta's directive that pending bills be made the first charge on budgets of state agencies, the verified pending bills remain unpaid. A report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee in the National Assembly confirmed that some of the ministries are notorious for pending bills. The committee even proposed the establishment of a pending bills fund by 1st of October this year and finance it through a long-term bond to clear all verified bills and court awards. Finally, let me ask, did the national government and the county governments procure goods and services without requisite resources to pay the suppliers? Is someone just sitting on the resources? What about value for money? Some suppliers took loans from banks and SACCOs to fund their business with government. Those loans have been attracting interest since then. Hopefully, today's directive and promise to settle pending bills will be kept. Otherwise, all one can say is that promises mean everything when they are made, but they mean absolutely nothing after they are broken. And that is the truth, because it is my punchline.